Hey guys, it's Spacey Sims, and we are back with more Piofiore 1926, just continuing Yang's route, and Bird! Good lord, I swear to god, every time I bring my bird up here, such a pain in the ass. I love him, and I don't want him downstairs screaming at me. And then he gets sad because, like, he doesn't see me, so he puts himself in his cage. But, like, when he's with me, he's fucking a pain in the ass because he keeps attacking my headset. Like, I think he just rubs against it and budges. He doesn't, like, chew on this one. He chews on my work one. But it's still just, like, a trigger. I'm just like, don't chew on it! But anyway. A few days later, let's just continue where we left off. Lon brought me out to the rooftop to teach me self-defense, just as she had promised.
Just watch what I do and copy me. First, get into a defensive position.
Right.
Look here. Both hands out in front. Bend your knees and take a quick step forward.
Oh, I can't do her voice right now.
Then, run behind your target. And you break his spine like this.
Okay, like, Lon, I just need to, like... Oh, girl, go watch Miss Congeniality and learn how to, like, do some self-defense. Lon is teaching us how to kill someone. You're like, girl, that's a little much. I should not have expected any less from Lon. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I guess we have the fucking drift issue all of a sudden again. It's been fine. My, controllers have been fine for a while. I know, I was trying to, like, snap it back into my thing. Anyway, I don't know if the problem is, like, for a while, back and forth. Sorry, I was trying to fix my thing. I've been putting the controllers back on the Switch, and then now, like, last night, I just had it plugged in on the controller thing, so I'm wondering if, like, that's doing it, but that was really fucking weird, because that went... Oh. Forgot we could do that. I mean, that was, like, a whole wrong button. Yeah, because that was this, and then it went, woo! That was, like, really... Okay, anyway. Lon moved so quickly that I could barely follow her with my eyes, let alone copy her. To be honest, even if I were to somehow manage, I highly doubt I could break someone's spine. Hold on.
Lon, that's not self-defense. It's murder. She won't be able to learn that. If she attacks her opponent without killing them, she'll only make him more angry. Then, what else can I teach?
They let out a deep sigh, then looked at me.
Listen up. First thing you should know, anyone who kills for a living will be able to tell how defenseless you are. An easy target.
You see,
not about whether you can move fast or not, or whether you can react to them or not. You're just a normal human being, that's all. Right, but she might have to face Orlok. Easy techniques won't work against him. No use teaching her something she can't do. She needs to learn what she can actually use.
Yeah, and I can't kill people. I mean, I could. I probably, if I try, but I don't think I want to. I don't think I have the stomach for it. I mean, the ability, maybe, but, like, the penance to do, like, the penchants to do it, like, I don't think I want to do it. I don't really, like, sure, you could give me a knife and I could stab someone. Could, but am I gonna? No. Do I want to? No. You know what I mean?
I see. You're right, Faye. They have to be things she could do without strength. Right.
Lon and Faye then began to teach me practical self-defense moves that I could follow.
Don't punch someone with your fist. Use the palm of your hand like this. If they grab you from behind, then, Faye, can you grab her from behind? Sure, like this.
Faye moved behind and restrained me. I knew full well that he wasn't using force, yet I found myself unable to move at all.
You can't lift your arms once you're like that. Use your heel and stomp real hard on his foot and kick him in the nuts.
Just kidding. Didn't say to kick him in the nuts, but I'm just saying. Stomp on his foot, turn around, knee punch. Knee punch? Knee him right in the balls. I was thinking knee him in the balls and like nut punch, like bend down and punch him, but like then it just came down to knee punch. And that's, yeah, I guess you're technically, when you knee someone, you're punching them with your knee. Listen, you know what, Joe? Just ignore me.
You can also elbow him in the side.
Like this? I lightly tap my elbow into face side lightly. Girl.
Right, just like that, but as hard as you can. But
they let me go and spoke in a serious voice.
These are just basic self-defense moves. You can't defeat powerful opponents with them. Get careless and you're dead. Don't forget that. And don't go looking for a fight either.
Oh yeah, because that's what I do on a weekly basis. Just my weekend routine. Well, it's Friday. Time to fight. It's Fighting Friday. Woo! Who am I going to punch now? I'm just saying. I'll keep that in mind.
You've got one chance to survive, so don't gamble away your life like you got another. You can practice all you want, but it's different in real life. If you fail at it, you'll die.
I understand. Thank you both. I thought back to Orlok's attack. If he came after us again, there was no telling what would happen, but at least I wouldn't just stand there in fear anymore.
If you gotta use it, don't be afraid. Be calm, stay focused, then do it. Well, we'll think of other things to teach you. Maybe poking them in the eyes can help. No, that's right. Valeno and Strano still have lots of ground not covered in bricks yet. So you can even grab some dirt and throw it at them. Sure, great if you strike first.
Suddenly, I heard the door open.
Huh? Yang?
I turned around and saw Yang stepping onto the rooftop. He looked at me and gave his order.
I'll have a feast tonight. Go help the kitchen.
All right. Without another word, Yang disappeared back through the doorway.
What if we had some
Dongpo-do today? I can't read Chinese words. I don't know. Anyway, it's braised pork belly, slowly stewed in soy sauce, sugar, and wine. That sounds actually kind of fucking delicious. Word I can't pronounce? Question mark. Good God, I gotta learn these things. It'll take some time to cook, so I better get started right away. Longfei, thank you for your help today. Can you teach me more again next time?
Yeah, of course. Oh, and let us help you cook too. We can't make you do everything for us.
I don't know. Yang lets me do everything for him. Huh?
Yep. Not like we got any other plans. Let's go!
Well, wait a minute. You two know how to cook? Probably not. I hurriedly chased after the twins. It was dinner time. The table was set with twice as many dishes as usual. This ought to be enough food for Yang.
Everything looks so good. I want to eat already. Even though you wouldn't let us help you that much. Oh well.
You two did more than enough. I appreciate the help, both of you. They had set to the task at once, transforming the ingredients into unrecognizable shapes and colors. As mesmerizing as it was to witness, I had to stop them before they got too carried away.
Well, at least we made these ourselves. Yep, our best yet.
What the fuck is that? I forget. What are these?
They're the sesame seed balls.
Sesame seed balls.
They look poisonous, as usual. Poisonous? How rude of you, Yang!
Lon puffed out her cheeks as Faye sighed. Hey, sometimes food can be good even if when you make it, it looks horrible. You're like, the presentation is like a D, but the taste is like an A. Even if it's a B. Fine. You know?
Sesame seed balls we make taste really good, but no one ever wants to try them. Yeah, which is why Lon and I end up eating them all ourselves.
I think Lon was supposed to say why Faye and I end up eating them all ourselves. I didn't catch that. I was reading. I'm like, wait, aren't I Lon? Well, they did do their best in making them, so I suppose I can have one.
Space. Don't even try.
Just as I wondered how Yang could read my mind, Rui came walking into the dining hall. Sorry for being late. Huh? What's going on?
What do you mean?
It's just, I've never seen food set on the table without you two already digging in. Rui had a sudden moment of clarity. I see. Punishing you two, isn't he? I bet you did something horrible to the boss, so he's making you look at the food without touching it.
You still can't read Yang, Rui. He's in a good mood today. You sure you're his right-hand man?
I'm his left-hand woman. Because, I mean, he's got a right-hand man, so I'm on the left, I guess. Am I sitting on his left? That makes sense. Oh. I'm never gonna stop. Anyway. Sure am. Unlike you, he rarely gets mad at me. I'm at a different level from you guys, you know.
Feeling lucky today, Rui?
Hey, don't tell me I hurt your feelings. Despite their remarks to one another, the two of them seemed to be enjoying themselves. Maybe it was because they were close in age. They seemed to be getting along very well. Jokes aside, what's going on here? Looks like we got a lot of fancy dishes today. Consider it my reward to you, Rui. Reward for doing what? Have I done something? Your work has achieved results. Oh. I recalled last night when Yang looked rather pleased after reading the document on his desk. I've been informed that negotiations with our clients in London have gone well. I see why you were haughty enough to ask for the second-in-command seat. You're talented, even for one of Yuan's. The members of the Lao Shu feared Yang, but I also felt from them a sense of longing. This gave me a glimpse as to why that was. He evaluated his subordinates fairly and rewarded their fine work. That could be why the twins were so loyal and Yang admired them. Okay. That could be why the twins were so loyal to Yang and admired him as their leader. Wow. You don't seem very interested in women, but you do have an appetite on par with the twins. Which is why I decided this would be your reward. Was I mistaken? No, you weren't wrong. It's just, well, thank you. I'll enjoy the meal. Keep up the good work. I'm looking forward to your next project. Yang then tossed a thick envelope to Rui, who hesitated a moment before looking inside. His eyes widened in shock. Huh? Are sure about this? Yang said nothing, of course. Rui bowed to him, then somewhat awkwardly sat down in his seat.
Giant packet of money!
I feel like Rui wasn't expecting Yang to ever praise him just because he works for Yuan and he's basically Yuan's spy. But, like, Yang is either like, listen, sucks that you work for Yuan, but, like, you did a good job, so I'm going to reward you. Or it could be that as well as the, like, well, but if I reward him for his good work, very well, he will switch sides. You know, it could be a ploy. Could be a little bit of both.
Hurry up and dig in before it gets cold!
Let him be. Rui would rather his food be warm than hot. Huh? How did you know? Well, that much is obvious. And give that plate of whatever to Rui. Can't say it.
Huh? All of it?
Yes.
But I wanted some too.
I'm gonna just wing it and just pretend. Don't tell me you knew that is it Dong Po Ro? I don't know. Just pretend. God damn it, stop putting words I can't pronounce in here!
You weren't exactly hiding it, Rui.
In fact, you nearly fought those brats to death over Dong Po Ro some time ago. Is there anything else you'd like? Huh? I didn't know a freeloader like you had anything of your own to give. Rui spat out a rude response, making no effort to hide that he didn't care for my goodwill. Listen! Listen, Rui! This is where you slap him across the face and be like, how dare you call me a freeloader? Do you know the shit I do to let him do to me? What? Do you know the shit I put up with? I deserve every fucking ounce of food I get, the shelter, everything. I have to have sex with Yang. That's also a benefit, but, like, we're just gonna throw out there that, like, you know, sometimes it's a chore. I mean, okay, in that sense, now that you think about it, we really are a freeloader. I got, like, room and board and shelter. I got all this shit. And I get to have sex with Yang. I mean, I don't really see too much of a loss on my part. Like, I just feel like we're winning here, but also Yang's kind of a fucking asshole. So, I mean, we gotta put up with that bullshit. Not like he's sweet and wonderful and doting on us. It's not like when we were freeloading off Gil. But we actually, you know, started trying to help Oliver. So, there's that. You know. But, like, yeah, here I guess but we gotta put up with Yang! Look! Sometimes you have to help Oliver do some accounting shit. Sometimes you gotta work at the church and take care of orphans with Orlok. And other times, you just have to tolerate some of the bullshit that Yang says and does to you, okay? Not all fun and games. For him, but, like, sometimes you're like, oh, this one, okay. Don't get me wrong, I might enjoy some of the games. And a lot of the fun. There's some shit I'm sure I have to just tolerate. So I'm just saying, not entirely freeloading, okay? Put up with this dick. Have you met him? Have you met Yang, Rui? Jesus Christ. Hey! Do you see that to her? Thank you, Lon. But it's alright. Rui's been doing a lot for the Lao Shu, after all. It's true that I can't contribute what he has. Rui looked away from me and continued in an abrasive tone. Yeah, you're pretty lucky to be dressed in such nice clothes and admired like some doll. How nice for a woman to have such an easy life. How nice for women to have easy... Whoa! Again! An easy life? You go have sex with Yang and tell you how easy that fucking shit is sometimes. Try to tell him you have a headache. He doesn't give a shit. Goddamn men. You know what, Rui? You were just the worst. You were that typical guy who's like, just because you like sticking your dick in it doesn't mean we want it all the time. And then we just gotta tolerate your fucking bullshit. Jesus Christ. Like, his attitude. He needs a... Girl, slap him. Girl, slap him! Well, it's not like I can do a thing like that. I mean, you could. Listen, Yang. I think Rui wants to be your bitch for a while. So why don't you show him some of the shit you make me do? Listen, Rui. Just gotta make some really inappropriate comments and I stop myself. You could just imagine. My voice shook as the words began spilling from my mouth. You're the rudest person I've ever met. And I'm fucking Yang, for God's sakes. I thought Yang was the worst, and then I thought Yuan was bad, but Jesus! You're like king of the stupids! You're king of the stupids! Huh? I won't deny everything you say, but there's such a thing called manners. I don't care whether or not you hate me, but this is not the time or the place to express that. Dinner was prepared to congratulate Rui. I didn't want to spoil the mood with Yang here, but I'm pretty sure later Yang's gonna be like literally on 11. Gonna be like, that was hot, you yelling at him. Instead of being docile, I'm just saying, we throw out the spark and we're like, I will slap you in the next week, you little son of a bitch. And Yang's gonna be like, that was so fucking hot. I just imagine. If he's mad about it, I doubt it. I fucking doubt it. Huh? Oh, well... Rui and I were both surprised that I had reprimanded him. I hadn't realized how much anger and frustration had been pent up inside me. Again, I deal with Yang on a daily basis, so, like, anger and frustration being pent up is like, yeah, I get that. Rui is the straw that breaks the camel's back here. I love Yang, don't get me wrong, but he's gotta be such a pain in the fucking ass to deal with. From the worry that I was useless here. From the worry that I would be left behind. It seemed they all came together and exploded as I lost my temper at Rui, but I love it. Space. I was unable to stop myself from shaking, and Yang pulled me down to sit on his lap. What? Drink. Yang brought a cup of jasmine tea to my mouth. A bit perplexed at the sudden offer, I slowly took a sip, feeling myself becoming calmer. Rui was still frozen in place by what happened. I like the fact that Yang's like, drink this fucking tea, and you're like, fucking why? And then you're like, oh yeah, it's calming, I feel better, okay. Oh, that's actually kind of super nice and sweet and caring of him. What the fuck? I love it. Mom was the first to speak to him.
You're right that she's as cute as a doll, but that's not all she is. She's the one who spent hours cooking that dongpo robe for you, Rui, ever since noon. I'm not good at cooking like she is, and I don't like to clean
or do most chores. Who fucking does? I'm an okay at cooking. I mean, things that I like to eat, and I'm fine with, you know what I mean, but like, super fancy meals? Yeah, no. I couldn't, you know. But like, I don't burn my toast. Well, unless my toaster's being a bitch, but you know, most of the time I don't. But you know what I mean? Like, I'm good enough at cooking for myself, okay? And like, but I really don't like cleaning or chores. It's that.
We're able to live a comfortable life every day because she works so hard for us. So I think it's real strange you think she does nothing around here. Plus, she has to put up with Yang.
Will somebody point out that I have to put up with Yang? It's not all fucking sunshine and rainbows. Deep down inside, it's all sunshine and rainbows because we love him. We love the abuse. Okay. Yang is the character that I swear to God, if I played this game first, I'd have been like, fuck this bastard! What are we doing here? Why? And I'd be so mad about it. Be like, fuck Yang instead of fuck Toma. You know what I mean? But now it's like, I mean, he doesn't have a cage, but if he had one, I'd probably happily like, all right, fine. A little degrading, but all right. So much has happened in the years since we started playing Otome games. So much has fucking happened. Oh, good God. How many times have we, like, this character is your brother? Well, he's hot, so I mean... Such a fucking degenerate now for these things.
Hey! If you don't want her dongpo row, then you don't have to force yourself, Rui! I'll eat it up! Come here! Hey!
Say I didn't want it. Wait, you two! You'll break the table! Let's just share.
Hank's just sitting there quietly like, fucking children are assholes. Oh, fuck, I didn't even read that, sorry. Yang sighed exasperatedly as he filled his plate with food. I didn't think it was done, and I clicked it to skip. Oh, I'm sorry.
Those brats are giving me a headache.
Yeah. Before even serving himself, Yang brought some food to my mouth. He might just be acting on a whim as usual, but after what had just happened, I felt more appreciative than ever that he would be treating me with such care. He doesn't want you having a coronary, okay?
Simmer down, you'll give yourself a fucking heart attack.
You're very bothered by what Rui said to you this evening. He said so out of the blue, immediately after we returned here from dinner. Sorry, Mao. I know the dinner was to congratulate him.
You're free to bite back at him. Such a thing will not change the flavor of the food, but... remember that you're to attend to me. Don't be so focused on Rui.
Alright. He's... okay, I still think underneath he's like, I like it that you snapped at him. But don't look at him, look at me! Do you want me to yell at you next time?
You would not want me to be jealous.
As Yang smiled, I responded, Are you serious? You're joking, aren't you? Are you fucking serious? You better be fucking joking, motherfucker. I mean, it's just... the incredulous nature of both of these. Are you serious? You're joking, aren't you? I think it's... like, are you serious seems a little more snippy. Like, are you serious? slightly snippy, slightly aggressive. So they're like, oh my god, are you serious? In this sense, in this case, I feel like it's like, are you serious? And you're joking, aren't you? Is like more exasperated, like, you're joking, aren't you? Yeah, okay, whatever. Because we're like a little angsty right now. Like this. You're joking, aren't you? Woo! You're joking, aren't you?
Have I ever lied to you before?
Yes, plenty of times. Also, this is one of those like, trust me, I'm never gonna leave you for Rui. Oliver? Maybe. I know he's probably dead because he was with the Visconti, but I'm just saying. In my dreams. I miss him, okay?
Why are you upset?
I couldn't meet his eyes. Because you lie to me so often, Mao.
You mean to say I'm lying about being jealous? Why do you think so?
Because I've never seen you jealous over me, Mao.
Oh?
You just don't like seeing me give attention to anyone else. That is jealous. I'm sure you just said that so I wouldn't think about what he said, but I heard it. What Rui said was all true. There's nothing I can do for you or anyone here. Oh, I'm pretty fucking sure those were the wrong things to say right now. There's nothing I can do for you. And he's like, shh, show you what you can do for me. Girl. You're opening up a whole fucking can of worms over here. I know that, but...
Was that what was on your mind?
Yes, it was. There's a lot that I think about, even if I don't say it. I keep worrying about what I could possibly do. What might happen if you let me go?
Oh? What do you think would happen?
No yet. All I know is that I would be sad. He's like, I mean, again, is it love? Is it Stockholm Syndrome? Is a little bit of both. Stockholm Syndrome turns into love, I guess. It's a fine line between one and the other. Why are you smiling?
Can't you tell?
Yang pushed me down onto the bed with a smile. Oh. He forced the conversation to an end without an answer, and I was left with my anxiety uneased. You're getting something eased. The next morning, Lon and Faye still hadn't come into the dining hall for breakfast. Wonder if they're still asleep. Yang wasn't in the dining hall either, but that wasn't out of the ordinary. It was rare for the twins late to be late. Wow. It was rare for the twins to be late for breakfast. I decided to go to their room to check on them. Lon? Faye? Are you alright? Lon and Faye were curled up in pain, neither of them having left their beds at all.
Please.
What is it? Stomach aches because they ate too much?
My tummy.
It hurts. It couldn't possibly have been poisoned because, like, we cooked. That doesn't sound good. I'll call for a doctor right away. I feel like they just ate too much. When I returned to the dining hall, I found that Yang and Rui were there. I informed Yang of the twins' state at once, but he seemed to take no interest.
There's no need for a doctor. Let them be.
What?
If it were food poisoning, then we'd all be affected as we all ate from the same table. Unlikely that they'd both be struck by the same illness at the same time.
But they look like they're in pain.
They were fighting over food and stuffing their faces all night. It's only a stomachache.
Told you. I was like... Now that he mentioned it... I love that we're so worried. Oh my god! It's like, did you not see the metric fuck ton of food they pounded away? Yeah, they're just feeling sick.
No fair, Rui! You're eating everything!
Let me remind you, this meal is in my honor. Of course I'm gonna eat everything. Oh, and I'm bigger and smarter than you two, so I need more sustenance for my body and mind.
Huh? Don't get all full of yourself just because you got praised!
Hey, Space, this tastes really good.
Hey! Where'd you get all that food? Save some for me!
Lon and Faye usually ate a lot, but they had no restraint at all last night. Are you feeling okay, Rui?
Huh? Well, yeah, I'm an adult, you know. I eat just enough to fill myself up.
I see. I wanted to somehow defend the twins so that they wouldn't be ashamed later, but there's nothing I can say in their defense. Rui appeared to eat just as much as the twins did, but perhaps he was able to stomach more.
Alan's requested my presence again today. If only he'd just give up already.
Paying no more mind to the twins, Yang shared with me his plans for today over a bowl of congee. Congee? Whatever. Though he expressed his dissatisfaction, Yang had not refused, making it clear that the hierarchy was to be respected.
So, I ask you, do you honestly believe you can refuse my request?
There's no way he's going to back down from what he said before. Well,
Yang, you've been compliant with all of Yuan's orders so far, haven't you? So why are you against them this time around? When his ideas are interesting, there's no reason to object. I can play along well enough. But killing the second commander does not interest me in the least. However, I grow weary of waiting for him to give up. Even I do not know Yuan's mind.
he may not even be considering that you might refuse him, Yang.
I assume so. His arrogance knows no bounds.
Yang spoke with a bitter expression.
By the way, how much longer are you planning on standing there?
Rui was looking at me. Me?
Yeah, well, you're the only one standing. Why don't you take a seat? Pongi's gonna get cold.
Actually being nice? I thought for a moment before speaking. Actually, I'm going to go check on Lon and Faye. Sorry for interrupting your meal. With that, I left Yang and Rui behind in the dining hall.
I'm not gonna make it!
Me neither.
My only wish is that I eat more shrimp.
Wait, Lon! Drink this.
Huh? Is it shrimp?
No, it's Canorino?
Canorino? What's that?
It's a drink made from lemons and herbs. It should help settle your stomach.
Eat some peppermint candy!
I brought spoonfuls of Canorino to the twins' mouth for them to drink.
Thank you. Oh.
I hope this helps. Fucking antacids. In the end, Lon and Faye weren't able to finish even half of it. Feeling disappointed that the Canorino hadn't agreed with them, I walked down the corridor feeling heavy.
Are you that worried?
Rui?
Huh? Why would you be worried about anyone besides yourself? I bet you're faking it.
Wow, you are such a fucking ass. Of course you wouldn't know that I care about Lon and Faye. I can't even sit up right now. Is it that strange that someone could ever worry about their loved ones?
I didn't say anything about it being strange.
Talking to Rui would only make matters worse. I decided to just ignore him and walk by when I suddenly heard him speak up.
I know an herbal remedy for heartburn.
Huh? You do?
Yes, but I don't carry it with me wherever I go. I'm not even sure they sell it here since I don't know the town well enough. But if you can show me to an herbalist nearby, I can point out which one you need.
I know a store that sells medicinal herbs. But wait a second. You would go there with me?
I guess. It's not like I can let the boss's girl go out in the open without a guard.
Is this really the Rui I know? Thank you, Rui. I never expected you to accompany me. I'll get ready right away, so just a moment.
Huh?
I need to ask for Yang's permission first.
Oh. The thing is, left already.
He did? What should I do? Don't go. Oh, no. You're like, maybe Rui's actually, like, every once in a while, like, not totally heartless. He's like, I mean, okay, I know an herbal remedy. And then you're like, oh! And then maybe this is a trap. This is a trap. This is a trap by Yuan. He's gonna get us out there, and then Rui's gonna be like, I don't know where she went. Weird, she just left without a guard. Yang's not gonna be that stupid, but you know. Yang told me that I need his approval before going outside. Rui gave a huge sigh. I'll tell him later that it was my idea. You'll have an escort now, won't you? Shouldn't be a problem at all. Oh god, we're gonna fucking get so stabbed or some shit. Seeing my hesitation, Rui spoke impatiently. If we're going, let's hurry up already. I don't have all day. Okay, I'll be right back. I hurried back to my room to change. Oh no. Rui began to speak the moment we arrived at Valeno's main street. I don't want you to get the wrong idea, so let me just say one thing for the record. I'm only here with you because I had free time on my hands. That's all. I still really appreciate it. Thank you. Oh, we'll need to turn left here. We walked along the road for a while. You're scared of Yang, aren't you? You won't even step outside the base without his permission. And Yang have a strange relationship. Isn't that obvious? And we're like, fucking duh. Yeah. Yang's the leader of the Lao Shu, and he can end my life at any time. Huh? You say that and you're still with him? You can't run away because you don't know what he'll do to you. That's not exactly it. I was a bit bewildered as to why Rui brought up the topic in the first place, but perhaps I could be honest with him. I think I'm in love with Yang. See? Even she doesn't fucking know. He's like, are you sure? I don't know. But I'm not sure Yang feels the same way. He did show me some manner of attention, but I wasn't certain if it came from love or not. Not sure, huh? If you ask me, it almost looks like he's taking care of a cat. Hey, well, people love their cats, so I guess that's something. Does it? I sometimes wonder if I could ever have a special place in his heart. I can't imagine Yang falling in love with anyone. I'm sorry if that sounded strange. Oh, I was the one who started it. All I can say is that the relationship between you two defies logic. I suppose so. The relationship between you defies logic. Yeah, nope, I totally agree. That explains like half of the fucking relationships we end up in Otome games in general. Oh, we're gonna head down this road next. We managed to find some herbs at the shop and began making our way back to the base. I need to hurry and check on Lon and Faye. I walked quickly with wide strides, but an ominous shadow appeared in the alley ahead of us. See, I fucking knew this was gonna happen. Orlok! Oh, okay. Or Orlok. I really was expecting that Rui was gonna lead us into a trap with Yuan. Sorry, I had to turn my light. What? Stand aside for now. You're gonna fight him? I doubt he's gonna let us go if I don't. Rui quickly sprinted forward, barehanded. A high-pitched clang bounced off the alley walls as Orlok and Rui exchanged blows. Guess I can't fool you. I suddenly noticed Rui was wearing an iron ring with a sharp point sticking out of it. Whoa. Rui somehow dodged Orlok's dagger, but I could tell things weren't going well. This is like one of those, like, Rui's a dick, but he's here to protect you, but then you're like, am I supposed to be rooting for fucking Rui or Orlok? I don't even know. Like, you want to root for Orlok, because, like, we love Orlok. You know, he was one of our boyfriends, but you also don't want to root for Orlok, because he will kill us. It's a very weird place to be. Suddenly, Orlok's kick landed squarely on Rui's stomach. Ugh. The force hurtled him to the ground, and he ended up near my feet. Orlok leapt forward to strike at Rui as he struggled to his feet. Bird, this is a really weird place for you to sit. He's just gone from my shoulder to climbing, hanging on the front of my shirt, kind of jammed under my chin, so it's very bizarre. Because I'm sitting up. If I'm leaning back, that's how he sits, but this is just really weird right now.
What you doing, silly boy? He's a good bird. Oh, I just pet you.
Well, I'll think of other things to teach you. Maybe poking them in the eyes can help. So you can even grab some dirt and throw it at them. They should work great if you strike first.
Aha! Oh my god, we're gonna chuck dirt in his eye. I quickly grabbed a handful of gravel and threw it with all my might into his face.
What?
Now! I pulled Rui up by the arm and urged him to run with me. But where would we go? Home?
Warlock's averse to the idea of pulling the innocent into the fray of battle. As such, odds are likely he'll not strike when the public is present, especially around the church.
Oh, I'm wearing the thing. Where the public is. The main street! I was like, I hope we're not running to the church. That seems pretty far. Tolerance.
What you doing, buddy? You're so cute. You know you.
You have changed, Yang, obediently answering all my calls. What a remarkable difference. If I ignore your calls, can we fight to the death?
No one would only be a nuisance if I left unattended.
Oh, if left unattended, sorry.
The lesser of the evils would be to answer his calls, irritating though they were. You're testing my patience with these endless discussions of foolish ideas.
How surprising. I never knew you had any patience to begin with. I learn something new about you every day. For all of your patience, you're still a brat. One who refuses to let go of his favorite playthings. We might always carry it with him.
You speak as though you're any better. You fancy yourself a cat among rats.
A cat with a particular affinity for humans. Yes, those religious folks in particular. The ones so filled with false hope and lies. In fact, a friend at the church has always provided me with interesting stories. The girl, for example. Uh-oh. Where the public is. The main street! There was a chance he might not chase us there. With that sliver of hope, I led the way through the narrow alleyways. As expected, Orlok didn't chase us after we found our way into the bustling street. We looked around the area for a moment and, seeing no immediate threats, we headed back to the Lao Shu base. I don't think we needed to run from him. You don't know Orlok. He's too dangerous to fight. I beg to differ. Look at me. I don't even have a single bruise. It looked like you were being pushed back pretty easily. Not at all. I would have struck him right back if you hadn't gotten in the way. He wasn't going to kill you. He's after me. Is that so? I certainly wasn't an expert in fighting, so it was possible there was a reason for his confidence. That said, I have to admit that what you did back there wasn't all that bad. Not making a firm decision is the worst course to take. We fight, and if we run, we run. I was speechless for a moment at the idea that he could somehow be praising me. Like, what the fuck is this opposite day? What is happening here? You've been nicer today, Rui. Huh? Better get that brain of yours checked. Forget it. You're the same as usual. I had little patience left for his rudeness. But Rui seemed to be smiling. His expression toward me was warmer now than I had seen it before. After giving the twins some medicine, I spent the rest of the day awaiting Yang's return. I needed to tell him that I left the base without his permission and that Orlok appeared out of nowhere to attack us, but Yang didn't return to the base at all. Yang is dead! No, I'm just kidding. It's his rat. It can't be. The dining hall was noisier than yesterday.
It's so good. Eating again is the best.
I'm so happy to be alive!
It must have been the herbs that restored their health. Lon and Faye were enjoying their meals. Don't eat too much, you two. You only got out of bed this morning. It's the troublemakers are back. Suddenly, Yang entered the dining hall. Welcome back, Yang. Instead of heading to his usual seat, Yang walked straight toward me. He stared at me for a moment before holding my cheeks with both hands and making me look up. What is it?
Nothing.
So he just walks over to you, grabs your face, looks at you, and then is like, all right. Yang let go and quietly took his seat. Is he not in a good mood? Yang, I have a report for you. Rui spoke up with confidence, which Yang met with a somewhat sarcastic smile.
Report? Is this about you going out with my woman? Your interest in each other cannot be hidden. Oh, I didn't expect you to both be so bold.
Whoa, I went out for herbs! Oh my god, Yang! He really is fucking jealous. Yang, you have nothing to worry about. Rui's adorable, but he's not my type. He's also an asshole. At his sneering remark, I couldn't help but respond. That's not true, Yang.
Yeah, she's right, Yang. She didn't go out to have fun. She went out for us.
And I'm surprised she went out with Rui, though. That was unexpected. You had such a big fight the other day. Are you that close already?
What? You too, Faye?
Lon leapt out of her chair and walked over to me to grab my hand.
Let's go, Space.
Okay.
Huh? Where are you going, Lon?
Do you have to ask? I'm taking her home.
Space. Yang called out my name, but... Going back home! With that, I turned and left the dining hall with Lon. We walked out of the base and headed down a street in Veleno, feeling free to vent our frustrations.
Unbelievable! Yang and Faye should be ashamed of themselves! They need a lesson in manners!
Well, I don't think Faye said what he did out of malice. But Yang, he's the worst!
Right? Yang definitely said that out of spite!
I think Yang was being, sarcastic and bitchy about it because he really is jealous, and then he's gonna be like, why would you leave me? That's not nice! We're like, wait, what? Whoa. Are you crying? What the fuck, bro?
You're always so nice! You should sulk sometimes and be a big brother to Yang!
A big bother to Yang. I'm like, why would I be a big brother? A big bother. Okay. Wow. I can read. You're right. I should be angry about what happened.
Good! That's the spirit! I'm gonna go home too unless they come and apologize for what they've done.
Speaking of which, where is your home, Lon?
There's only one place to call home, isn't there?
Space. Surprised by her sudden appearance, Sister Sophia greeted us with widened eyes. Has something happened? Well, a few things, to be honest. Before I could give a clearer answer, the children came running by and surrounded us.
Hey, it's Big Sis Space! Sis, did you come to play with us? Yay! Oh, that looks so good on you! It's like the one Lon wears! Pretty, right? It's called...
I can't pronounce... Jungsun? Is that what they're called? I don't know how to pronounce it. I don't know how to pronounce it, but that's what those.
Hey, Sis, will you read us a book?
Space, I can read a book to the children, but why don't you have a rest in your room? No, it's all right. I've been wanting to see everyone for a long time. You were just here 2 days ago, dear. I mean, seriously, we weren't here that long ago. Well then, why don't we go out to the garden and read a book under the sun?
Yay!
We sat down on the warm grass and I began to read to them. As the story went on, Lon couldn't help but giggle.
Italian stories are so funny. They are interesting and strange. Hey, Lon, where's Faye? I thought he was always with you. Not today. I left Faye behind. He was being a meanie.
I was like, what the fuck just happened? I was waiting for it to go.
Lon! I'm sorry about earlier.
I didn't know how long he had been standing there, but his shoulders were slumped as he called out to Lon. Oh, it's so cute. He's like, oh, he comes to apologize, but Yang won't. Nope.
I chased after you two because I wanted to apologize to you and Lon.
That's very sweet of you, Faye.
I'm still mad.
Lon turned her face away with puffed cheeks.
If you're really sorry, then prove it, Faye. You're gonna play with us until we all collapse.
Of course! I'll play with everyone!
I fucking love these two so much.
You better get ready.
It was heartwarming to see how quickly the twins were able to make amends. Meanwhile, I'm never going home again. I guess I just broke up with frickin' Yang forever.
Hey, did you find any four-leaf clovers yet?
Nope.
Not here either. You sure there's such a thing as a four-leaf clover?
As I was reading one of the books to them, a four-leaf clover appeared in the story. It was said that anyone who found a four-leaf clover would be granted incredible luck. The children, learning that the twins had never seen one before, immediately began their hunt. I have like 2 four-leaf clovers, and I do not have incredible luck, so I think one canceled out the other. My friend's brother, his house, in his yard, I mean, it's been like fucking forever, but like, his yard had like huge clover patches or whatever, but like, it was like, just goddamn weird fucking place. She was always like, oh, I found tons of four-leaf clovers there, so we went one time, again, years ago, and I found like fucking 2 in the same fucking like little like, and it's not like he has a huge ass fucking yard. And it's just fucking weird. So I put them both in resin, so I have one in a ring and one in a necklace. But like, they have not brought me really awesome luck. I'm just throwing this out there, like, that's bullshit. Obviously, it's just a superstition, but it's one that's bullshit. So anyway. Everyone poked into the nooks and crannies of the garden in search of the elusive clover. And I also have a 4-leaf clover tattoo. That was my first tattoo, to be honest. I love shamrocks and clovers. Why St. Patrick's Day is so fun. You're like, woohoo! I could just wear them all over everything. Not that I wouldn't do that anyway, but... I smiled as I sat watching the children go about their hunt, and soon my mind drifted to Yang.
Your interest in each other cannot be hidden. Oh, I didn't expect you to both be so bold.
I know it's in his nature to make a comment like that without any deeper meaning to it. He delighted in making people uncomfortable. But what he said made me feel like he didn't know me at all. Although I felt angry about it, my heart also ached at the thought. Suddenly, I heard someone behind me. Suddenly, Yang? I was like, come on. I mean, you knew it was going to be Orla. Like, suddenly, I'm like, suddenly Yang? Did he actually come chase us down? That's romantic. I love it. It's so funny because he says something douchey and then he comes to apologize. And you're like, it's so romantic! Because it's Yang, so this is like so fucking far outside his norm. I turned away from sheer guilt. Now that I was feeling a lot calmer, thinking about my earlier reaction was embarrassing. It's okay to be mad, though. I really shouldn't have stormed out like that. I did feel sorry about what I had done. But my feelings were too complicated to put into words that I ultimately said nothing. Yang said nothing either. I wasn't sure how much time had passed when... Oh, CG? Oh, it's going to be a beautiful one. Oh, it kind of is. Oh, we can't see his beautiful face, but he's just sitting right behind us. Oh, stop it. My breath caught in my throat as I felt the warmth of his body behind my back. Though I couldn't bring myself to turn around, I realized that Yang was sitting with his back against mine. That's actually kind of fucking cute. I love it. Oh, he looks sad. It has like a sweet, sad little pensive face. Look at it. Aw, stop. Oh, God, we look so beautiful here. There's one of the times that she doesn't look kind of derpy. Sometimes she looks derpy and sometimes she looks pretty. And sometimes it's like she's pretty but kind of derpy at the same time. You know what I mean? But this one looks really good. We remained in complete silence for a while. Finally, he spoke in a low voice. Sorry. I just had a heart attack. I'm sorry. Anyone else just being like, sorry, you're like, aw. But Yang doing it, it's like, oh, I can't breathe anymore. Seriously, it's like a million times heavier when Yang says sorry. Come on. Had Yang actually apologized? Did he think I was really upset? One word from him seemed to cut through me, and I felt my emotions overflowing like never before. Being so hurtful now. Why did you have to say something like that? I know it was wrong of me to leave without permission, but there's nothing at all between me and Rui. I still don't understand your feelings. You do little more to keep me around for your own needs. You avoid the things that we should really be talking about. No matter how hard I try, no matter how much I think about it, I can't seem to understand what's going on in your mind. I can't imagine how anxious it makes me feel. I bet you didn't even know that it broke my heart when you suggested that I go back to the church last year.
Oh,
Yang seemed to remember the conversation we had when Elena was still recovering. He seemed unbothered by the idea of my accompanying Elena back to the church for good. He asked me with a hint of mockery,
will you return as well?
I felt as though my heart had been shattered. I couldn't help but burst into tears. Oh my god, the balls on this man.
Was that the moment you fell in love with me? You have peculiar taste.
Yeah, we do, actually. Suppose so. Can't deny it. Yang went quiet again, but soon broke the silence.
You know, I didn't think you'd be so upset by what I said. Think about it. Even when you're near death, I've always known you to bite back. What I said was nonsense. Space, let's go.
That is like the most touching and romantic thing he's ever said to us, and he said basically fucking nothing. It was all under the surface. He didn't say any words that actually convey anything, but it was all just under there, underneath, and you have to, like, peel back the layers. I was unable to answer right away, and Yang was the first to stand up. Oh, no, don't. I loved that CG. It was beautiful. He took my hand and slowly brought me to my feet. Our backs were no longer against each other. Yang looked me straight in the eye.
It's boring without you.
This is so beautiful. I mean, I think that's Yang for I love you, but, like, you know, it works. I still couldn't bring myself to speak, so instead I responded with a small nod. Suddenly remembering Lon and Faye, I looked around and caught Lon's eye from afar. Look at how happy she fucking looks. It's so cute. She always looks like that, but it's just funnier in this situation.
Ah! Space! Did it work? No. And what does she mean by that?
If we're headed back, then I should get the twins and... Yang tightened his grip on my hand, keeping me from moving away.
I'll leave them be, and they'll return when they're done.
He turned away from the twins and walked off with my hand in his.
You told me you were sad before.
Huh? Is he referring to what I said back then?
Oh, what do you think would happen?
I don't know yet. All I know is that I would be sad. Yang had smiled at my answer.
That continues to amaze me how one could harbor such childish emotions.
I was too taken aback to say anything. In my silence, Yang continued. Oh, we're like overtime. We probably should have stopped there, didn't we? Probably. Oh no, we're roughly.
Why do you not always fawn on me in that manner?
Huh?
Endear yourself to me sometimes.
Huh? I stuttered in confusion. Are you sure? But I thought, you didn't like things like that.
That's dependent on the time, the occasion, and the person. At that time, I rather enjoyed it. It reminded me of the night we spent together.
Yang's words jogged my memory. Oh. Oh! The night he must be remembering was likely... The night he was desperate to have me for his own, and like, hello, Jesus. This CG from the last game, but it's like, oh! Steamy. I do like how they flash back to CGs from the prior game. It's just nice. Because, I kind of forgot. I forgot this one. Without another word, we made our way back to the base together. Well, there you go. That's good timing. We're about at time, so we'll call it here, and we will continue. Because I was reading dinner. Well, Well, continue next time. So, Jesus Christ. I will see you guys next time. Remember to give the video a big thumbs up and subscribe to see more.